Hello and welcome back to Cinema Club. Guys, I hope you missed me because I missed you. But today we're outside. We decided to take Cinema Club to nature. And I took someone from behind the camera and made them my co-host for the day. Welcome, Koketso Petunia.
I didn't know that was my middle name, but shout out.
Give me
How's
one.
it?
How are you, Chums?
Oh, good, oh, good, oh, good.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I've been wanting to be here, but you guys have been cutting me out.
The lies are loud. Stop it. So today, the reason why we have Koketso next to us is because she is a soccer fanatic. She loves it. I can't say the same about myself, but I have her here to guide me through the Class of 96 documentary that is on Netflix. So please, if you haven't watched it, pause this video and go watch it so you can integrate with us and give us your thoughts in the comment section. Kokiko,
How's it?
tell us what you felt when you watched this documentary. Let's start there.
I felt what I've always been feeling when I watch our national teams play across all sports, right?
Yeah.
But I think with this one specifically, it's the fact that we're headed into the World Cup right now. There was a point in time where we lost faith in our football team, right? And this documentary coming out in this specific time makes us love our Bafana team. I actually just or take pride in our country.
Yeah.
So watching it just reminded me of how much I really love this country, but also the fact that we need to start documenting our stories.
Yes.
Yeah, there's archival footage there, but it's something that, we've seen highlights and stuff like that, but for the narrative pieces to be told, I think it was very important, and we need to do more of that. So it was a good reminder of, hey guys, we need to, even what's happening right now needs to be documented.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I love that because, I lost my love for football like a while ago. For me, it was too...
What was the reason?
Too much performance and fainting on the field and rolling around. And I
Okay.
was like, this is not what I signed up for.
Okay.
I can't deal with this. And you know what sparked for me while I was watching the documentary? The snippets, even though it was highlights,
Okay.
you can tell that there's a different vibe to how they tackle the game.
Okay.
So there's a lot less playing around, if I can say, for lack of a better word.
You felt like the players were not taking it seriously, or everybody around
Now, I feel like back
wow.
then they took it a lot more seriously and they played the game instead of playing the political
Yeah.
side of it, of like the fainting and the rolling around and injuries and all of that. There was like less of that. Maybe it's because it was just the highlights that were shown in the documentary, but I still feel like it made me fall in love with soccer again.
Okay.
Because I can't for the life of
think-
me watch soccer now.
I think most people felt like that, but and I can understand you, right? But I think when it comes to a national team, we shouldn't have the option of I'm
Just
watching or I'm
letting
not
them
watching.
down, yeah.
Yeah, so it's our responsibility also to call the people who are accountable, or keep them accountable, right? So if you're not happy with your national team, if you're not happy with how South Africa is represented on a global stage, then it's our part to say, hey guys,
Yes.
I don't like how you're being represented.
Yes.
Let's make a change. And through different ways, right? Like right now, conversations. There's people who have the power to change it. So calling them out as well so that they can also, make those changes. So.
And bring back that love for soccer that the nation had. Because now I feel like it's directed to rugby mostly.
I think rugby is loud. But I think the love of football can never be replaced here. Football is still the number one sport in the country. It's just that the love for the national team specifically has died down, and I don't think it should be an option. I don't think it's an option. You're South African, support a South African team. That's it.
And you know what? That's true. Because I did feel a lot of guilt while watching this documentary. I felt like because they came together as a nation back then, during apartheid,
Yes.
during the difficult time where people were being pulled apart for the different races, but instead they looked beyond that and they just came together.
Yeah.
And they said, F democracy, this is what we're doing. We're integrating people when it comes to football.
F apartheid, not democracy. Shout out to democracy.
Yes, sorry. Also,
Yeah.
a part of that links to the fact that it played a lot of roles when it came to bringing together this nation that we are now. But I don't know. You said it was bravery that took that. I do agree with that, but I feel like I want a deeper word because just watching it, you see it in Clive Barker's eyes. There's just this determination and this need to take away what was happening at the time, which is apartheid, obviously. But there was this driving force that forced everyone to latch onto soccer as a medium to escape.
Oh,
I would
yes.
say.
I mean, you know, football, right? In South Africa, the history of it is the fact that, I mean, back in apartheid days, black people were not, it was illegal for black people to just gather around in groups because it was seen as a form of, what's the word? It's not terrorism.
No, it's.
What's the T word?
I was about to say barbarism.
What's the T word? When you go against your country?
Into groups, smaller groups to
Treason.
talk about treason, yes.
Yes. So it was seen as treason, right? Because the government saw it as black people conspiring to take over the government, right? Football was a way out, right? So football in South Africa is very closely connected to politics because then even political people would gather around in a form of football, you know, like supporting football, but it was also for political reasons, just to mask from the government that, okay,
there's unity.
Yeah, there is unity, but we're also political. But because it's illegal for us to just to gather around, we're gonna play football, but we're actually gonna discuss politics.
Is that what was happening?
It was
in
an
the background?
escape. 100%. It was an escape. I mean, and also self-expression, right? Because Monday to Friday, you get black people who are fighting for their lives, working every, you know, there's a curfew, stuff like that. But then football was also sharp. We're meeting for political reasons, but also just to chill and express ourselves. And that's why our style is the way we are, because Monday to Friday or any work day, we're not allowed to be ourselves.
Yes.
Football gave that space.
And there was a war, a terrible war going on. I enjoyed Mark Williams' story as well as Bolukas, no doctor, because they obviously showed the rougher edge of where they were coming from and their own physical fights. Benny as well, he also shared a story because they came from the Cape Flats, and you wouldn't really understand how dire these circumstances are till you heard Mark's story, Mark Williams, and to see that it's life or death here at home, but I'm able to run to soccer and go use that as a safety net and an escape for me to have something great to do, have something to look forward to. It was very important. And I think we're sleeping on that importance. And we're sleeping on the impact that soccer had. And I feel like that's why older people will never let it down, because they still support whether we're losing or not. But for us, it's like, oh. But now I see the importance of locking in with it and sticking to it, because it took a lot for those people to put themselves out there. And it took a lot for others to also want to go support and stand together in the stands. And the grand scheme of things, yes, it was a bit of a mask, as you said, politically. Now that also is going to take me to the fact that I feel like politics, there was a thin line between ruining and making soccer.
You know, in South Africa, I think it actually just globally, right? It's very tough to separate the two worlds. And I don't think the two worlds should be separated necessarily, but there needs to be a limit in how...
A boundary set.
Yeah, how politics should influence what's happening in football.
Exactly. Yes, I agree with that. Because I feel like I don't know if it was the direct cause, but the documentary said it was the direct cause of Clive losing his position. And I thought, for me, if we're able to give up on people over one loss, it's not such of a shock now to me that as the youth now, we're also like,
okay.
Because we saw it happen from so high up.
Yeah.
Because how do you give up on such a great coach, someone who's created a family unit over like a few losses the way that it did? How do you feel about that? I was not happy.
You know, it's crazy. Well, that happens in football now. So now it's like, oh my days. But yes, I I think there needs to be a lot of patience, right? And I see both sides. I see the side of
Tell me.
right. So I do feel sorry for Clive Barker because he managed to turn around the state of our football and gave the country belief in us becoming a quality football team, right? And a team that represents the country well globally. But I also see the side of the people that hired him, right? And how he managed to turn around our state of our quality of football, right? He managed to turn it around very quick.
Yeah.
Right. So whenever you see a dip, you start panicking because it didn't take you too long to improve it. So why is it declining now? So I do.
But you can't expect it to be rosy all of the time. There has to be a winning and a losing team.
Let's not forget this is also a job.
It is.
Right. There's also like.
But they didn't give him much time before they started pressuring him, True.
Yeah, it was quite unfair.
There was no empathy in it. I feel like that's what upsets me.
Yes.
I see you like fighting.
No, but because I agree with you, right?
Yeah.
So as someone from the outside looking inside, yes, there was no empathy. But if you look at it from a business perspective, there shouldn't be empathy at all. You have, if I'm hiring someone, you have specific targets to hit, right? If you are not meeting those targets.
I get you. But I feel like because they had that time where there was revolving coaches back to back, no one was able to get the team from off the ground.
Yes.
And he's the only person out of how many coaches who tried to be able to get us there.
100%.
And it's not like he got us winning games.
Yeah.
We won the Afcon. That was a major win. We made it to the World Cup. Our team players were making it to international waters, playing for those teams. It wasn't a small thing that he did.
Oh no, 100%.
And I feel like,
but the minute you don't tick the boxes that you
ni Rafni na out here. He learned in South Africa, he broken apart.
But it is business.
It really is. But the reality of it just doesn't make sense to me because I feel like we didn't weigh it the way it should have been weighed.
I mean, fair, right? And that I'm with you on that point. But also, let's not pretend like. And I kept on saying sharp, it's business, but let's not pretend like it was just business. There were so many things that are happening. The office stuff was changing at the time.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? So whoever, we know this, right? So whoever comes into power also brings in people with them. And unfortunately, Clive Barker was a victim of that.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel like to begin this conversation about the documentary, I had a mindset of it was probably just ego and guys wanting to have a say in this team that's doing pretty well. And I feel like that did play a role. It really did play a huge role in that. But the fact that we are now in a position where we can't get back that dream team-esque vibe. I don't think a coach has ever done what he has done. Well, so now it's like, now what, Buffett? What do you think is missing in today's team that you can take from this documentary?
I would say that back then, everyone was focused on the main goal. Everybody had one goal to achieve and they were all aligned. Whereas I feel like with this team, although it's very exciting, we're going to the World Cup, right? I don't think we're all set on one mission.
Okay, elaborate.
Right? So 96 mandate, okay, we're gonna win the Afcon. We're hosting, we're winning this Afcon, right? Whereas now, and again, right, that's just how I'm viewing it. It's a thing, I feel like the players are in it for themselves rather, and not the team, whereas back then it was more of a united front and we're chasing this W. Whereas now it's, I'm going to the World Cup, So many managers are looking at me.
Mm,
Now I can be scouted for an international team.
I feel you.
That's how I'm viewing it. But I hope they prove me wrong.
I hope this team watched the documentary just so they can see like the quality of a team unit and what it means for them on the field and what it means for the coach, how they must lead the team. Because I feel like it was a solid blueprint.
I think they are very much aware of where we come from, our history. But even just watching this documentary, I think they did feel how we felt watching it, right? But also, I think that spirit that you're speaking about was represented. I wouldn't say the last Afcon, but the 2024 Afcon that we played in, we came third. I think that spirit was well reflected then.
Nice.
It was well reflected.
So and there's like an ignition.
I think after that Afcon, we were like, okay, we have a solid team. We are definitely going to the World Cup. Although we didn't perform as well as we wished that we'd perform in the last Afcon. There is that spirit. I mean, when we qualified for the World Cup last year, we were like, okay, let's go.
I like. Yeah. No, I gave us lock and in, but Nana, let's all put our foot in, watch this documentary, and support our team. We are going to the World Cup. Shocker. But we're doing it as South Africa, and I think we need to really find that gees again and find that deep love for soccer. So much so that we're not pressuring our players, because I feel like that's another thing that causes the downfall. We do a lot of spectator coaching, you know.
I think that's very necessary in support.
Really?
They need to be. I need to feel like a coach.
Do you know
that's where the love is. If people are just watching for the fun of it, the love is not there.
I feel
that's how you reflect love. No, coach. I need to feel like the coach is not doing.
I feel like we take it too far.
As it should
take it too far.
That's where the love is.
I think it was Mushweshwe in the documentary.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Shoes. It was a team member who was being beaten off because he was a striker, but he wasn't scoring any goals. So he was getting booed and all of that. I was like, guys, go to empathy to us now.
But you know where that comes from? From the passion of us winning. That cannot die. Once that dies,
but they didn't understand the team play.
Yeah,
because the team play was you're not gonna score.
My thing
is connecting.
Yes,
the other scorers to score.
Yes, but that spirit shouldn't die.
Guys.
So for me,
they made him want to quit. She said, "Tough luck, tough luck."
But my thing is, so here's the thing, right? That spirit shouldn't die, because then once it's gone, the support, the love for the national team has gone.
Be gone.
The responsibility. So for people who are or players, coaches, managers, everybody who's part of that team, I believe with great power comes great responsibility. So you're not a normal person anymore, right? You are exposed to backlash, to criticism, and I get it. It's unwarranted. It's unfair.
Be strong enough to take that.
Once you enter that platform, know that there's a responsibility that comes with. There's going to be people saying all these things. These people are not qualified. I am not qualified to say those things. But you know better, right? Because you're in that platform, you should know better to be like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
They don't, like, these supporters don't know anything. So I'm going to stick to what my manager is saying, to what my coach is saying. My teammates are there for me. That's all that matters. We, though, want to win, and we shouldn't lose the spirit of wanting to win. All these comments come from a good place, because we all want to see our country do better.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you. But like, I don't know. I feel like I'm too much of an empath, because to me, that part of the documentary just showed me that maybe we are a bit too harsh towards our team,
as we should
today.
As we should
be. But I think if we just back down just a tiny bit, then they'd be able to have that confidence to do things. Because I feel like
I don't think those comments should get into the way of how the manager runs the team, or how
the teams play, or how the players play. It is though. That's the thing.
But it shouldn't be.
Like for instance, Uitumileng got so much backlash, and then he became.
But he's respected now.
Unable to. You know, it's like we're putting people into wheelchairs by doing that.
But again, right? So for me, again, with great power, there's a certain point where you stop being a normal person and you become a person of power. Because of that power,
you need to withstand the criticism.
It comes with this. right? And I get it, right? There is a line, like with people who get death threats. Yeah, that's where
we're doing too much.
yeah, you shouldn't
shooting
get,
people.
Yeah, you shouldn't be, but
Come on.
you're going to be criticized, and that's the platform that you're signing up for when you
Fair.
want to be the best.
Fair. I'm with you with that.
Yeah.
So I've become a soccer gal.
Mandela.
If you would like me to come and interview players, call Cinema Club and we will be there to create a world of entertainment, because that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
We need more gears. We need more conversations.
We need to back our boys, though. We're going to the World Cup.
Yes, we need to back our boys. We're going to the World Cup, and I think we can do it this time. As a nation, we're going to stand together and we're going to fight for the class of 96, because they deserve it.
Yeah.
They deserve to feel like soccer's being taken seriously again.
And their sacrifices were not, they didn't go to waste.
Yes, they didn't go to waste at all. So shout out, Cinema Club. I'm excited for this one. How did you feel all around about the documentary?
I didn't get to live in the time. I was born the same year we won the Afcon. So
she said, 2000.
So watching it just got me to those times where I'm like, oh wow, like mama, you guys were enjoying this. Like this was fun, because I never got to experience that. I've never seen a South African team in Afcon, right?
Yeah.
So it got me to those times, and it made me respect actually everybody in play more, but even just supporters, even just us, right? Because we backed our boys no matter what.
Yes.
So yeah, I think after that I was like, we need more stories like this, so that even my brothers, my younger brothers, my godson can also understand where our football comes from, and because of that they'll want to support our teams more. They'll also have pride in themselves, like, oh wow, we're not a bad team, we're not a bad country overall.
We're really not. And together as South Africans, we can go a long way, because we have like this undoubtable like will to live. And we obviously have that from our ancestors and everyone who came before us. But this documentary sparked something so deep within me. It's a lot of pride.
Yeah.
It's a lot of respect, like you said, for the team, the people who were working with the team in the background, everyone who made that time worth living. Shout out, because you guys do deserve your flowers. And it was a beautiful thing to witness. If you haven't watched the Class of 96, please do go and watch it. And from us, that is goodbye, and see you next time when we're unfolding the next one. Bye.
I pull a card and offer.